All right, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of We Need to Talk. You know the vibes. Shout out to everybody who's been tuning in via replay, my replay gang. Shout out to all of you guys. Big shout out to everybody who's been able to tune in live. Appreciate your viewership as always. Shout out to everybody who has been showing any sort of feedback, following, liking, supporting, commenting, coming on camera, allowing for the interaction, allowing for the support, the analysis. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do. This is what I love to do. This is my purpose and my passion. So, to do this every night is a blessing. And although you may feel blessed by it, I am equally, if not more, blessed by the opportunity to come in front of you and do this thing, and keep this thing rolling. A year plus strong. So a year and 12 episodes straight. No missed nights, no sick days, no days off. Beautiful thing, unprecedented. And we live in unprecedented times. So again, this whole thing is meant to support you in every way possible, even if you can't make it to the live. If you're watching on the replay, it's always going to be there for you. It's always going to be there for you. So shout out to you guys for making this worth it. Shout out to my Patreon gang as well. Definitely give me a thumbs up in the comments. Anybody who's a member of my Patreon family, much appreciated. And again, if you do wish to be a member, you can expect one-on-one coaching from me directly. You can expect to receive free gifts from the online store. You can expect to have daily uploads that I create, whether that's exclusive podcasts, whether that is articles that I write, or blogs that I create, or mini documentaries that I create, and to come more entertainment-based things to come as well. Content. These are the times where you want to take full advantage of what's available to you. If you are going through anything, or if in the category of mental health, the category of purpose, the category of partnerships, dating, relationships, physical health, etc. If any of these things you are looking to reach peak levels and there's something holding you back, it's past the time, for you to tap in and see what works for you from the website, what membership works best for you, which one resonates, and then dive in. You know what I'm saying? Dive right in. Because the information is there, the strategies are there, the support is there, I am there, and I'm putting a whole lot of time and energy into, making it palatable for you, making it a catalyst for you to be successful in those major areas. So shout out to everybody who's a part of that. And the website, for anybody who can't see the pinned post, the website is patreon.com/happinessdecoded101. That's www.patreon.com/happinessdecoded101. I see Erica in the building. What's up? Cade, it's been a minute. What's going on? She everywhere, making moves. Tay, what's up? What's going on? Sam, what's up? Sean, what's up? What's up? How y'all feeling, man? Yeah, man. Good to see y'all. Tasha, how you doing? Oh, and shout out to everybody who came through tonight for the clubhouse discussion. I'm up in there nightly as well. I'm permeating the new space. And these are, if you think the lives are lit, then the conversations are even better. What's up, Tiffany? Two people just coming in who were just there as well. Great conversations week to week. Great interruptions to difficult work weeks, and a great place to have your experiences heard, your feelings heard, and things, being validated and supported. What's up, Trina? Your essence being validated and supported, and also the ability to learn from other people's perspectives who have gone through similar things or gone through different experiences as well. Definitely a great platform And I've been fortunate enough to have some great people pull up. So definitely stay tuned to the posts. I've been posting. I always post about the subject matter. So if you like what you see and you got the Clubhouse app, feel free to come through and see what's up, check it out. So tonight, I want to talk about the art of communication. And you'll see, when it's posted, the photo I chose for this. But the art of communication. I consider communication to be an art, and I also consider the interpretation of communication to be an art. So this is where I'll start, right? I think a lot of times we give our power to people who communicate deceptively. So a lot of the complaints that you may have said yourself or may have heard as far as different narratives or actual experiences where people say, yeah, this person was a liar, this person was deceptive, this person was, misrepresented themselves, this person acted like they were one way, turned out to be a different way, so they tricked me, they deceived me, they manipulated me, and things like that. And although there's truth there, I would say to also examine the fact that your ability to interpret their communication was halted, suppressed, still Cade, what's up? Was halted in a way, was suppressed in a way, was inactive in a way, or was just downright not utilized. Because we are capable at our peak to interpret behavior, whether it's deceptive or honest. Because honesty, in my opinion, the honesty is always there. The words may be opposite. The words may be deceptive, right? But the truth is always available whether somebody speaks it to you or not, directly. And I hope you understand where I'm going with that. Because communication is not just what I'm saying to you right now. Communication involves a plethora of elements that can come from or emanate from an individual. Inconsistencies, incongruencies in other areas, imbalances that you witness, right? If you see somebody when we talk about the narcissist, we talk about love bombing, right? We talk about the initial phase of grooming somebody into being dominated in a relationship. That level of assurance, like just being if somebody in a natural setting had that much energy directed towards you, or that much love connected to you that early in a process, without having adequately assessed or been able to get to know you and things like that, then even though what they're saying is false, the frequency and volume of energy that early in the process is an honest thing to witness. So you're seeing imbalance, but listening to I love you. You're seeing imbalance, but listening to the promise of a wedding, a marriage, a healthy relationship. You're only using one of your senses, because if you're really watching and absorbing the communication that is happening despite their words, then you have everything you need. I would argue that we know way before months, years in, whether something is right or it's not. So if we're capable, why do we walk right into some stuff like that? Because of the fear that if we give it up and we listen to the intuition that we're born with. We listen to the higher self. We listen to the 6th, 7th, 8th senses. That we'll have to act accordingly, which means giving up this potential person. Even though this candidate is not a candidate at all because they don't fulfill your standards in the first place. So we're not talking, they lied so they got me. They lied so I'm 100% a victim to what they said. If listening at full capacity, regardless of what the information is, there is no real deception possible. Now they can lie. Everybody can do that. But you can't lie about what you're seeing. Just like this case. This George Floyd case and stuff like that. I'm not really tuned to, I can't really tune totally in like that. But overall, it's a situation where we have footage of something. We see something. Direct. But some people are saying something different happened. Now, are they able to deceive you to what actually happened? Or did you see what you see? You saw what you saw. We saw what we saw. Can anybody tell you different? Can 5 people tell you different? Can 30 people tell you different and change your opinion on what you saw? No, because you're not, there's no prospect of dating. There's no prospect of losing out on something good in this situation. So there's no, although there's emotionality and emotional reaction, the emotion is not changing your vision. So you're not captivated by talk because you have footage. You've been an eyewitness by virtue of what you're actually looking at. So I hope that resonates. So that means with capability, if we agree on that, comes responsibility. And so when you do witness, you hear what's coming out of somebody's mouth, but you witness a different picture. Doesn't make sense. Your responsibility to yourself and your future is to drop whatever that is. Reject whatever that is if it's incongruent with what you say you want. That is the art of interpreting communication. Now, the art of communication means a mastery of the output. I just talked about the input. Now, processing the input. Now, it's about the output, right? Are you honestly communicating verbally about what you want, what you're willing to do, who you are? And is that congruent with the truth? Do you want a certain type of relationship? Or are you saying you want a certain type of relationship with a certain type of person, but dating different? Are you saying you want a certain type of relationship, but playing the game guarded? So are you saying you want somebody to get a heart to you, but you're not willing to give your heart to anybody else? Are you seeing some things you like, tolerating some things you don't, but saying that you want everything, but accepting 30%, 50%, 70%? Are you congruent? Because a lot of times we ask anybody on the street about their ex, they got all kind of stuff to say about them. But what do we do in reaction? And are we as congruent as we think we are with what we say and what we do? What we say we want and what we tolerate. Are we able to communicate as vulnerably as we expect the next person to. Are you able to say some of the things you expect a partner to say to you? Are you as comfortable talking about the stuff that you expect somebody new to sit down and explain to you off rip? If there's a difference, then we can't complain about when it's incongruent and it's in front of us that way. What's up, Dawn? We can't be in a process of saying, I want somebody who will communicate with me. Okay, well, how did you communicate with them? Well, I don't know. I can't really trust nobody right now, so I'm waiting for them to do all the work. So you want them to do something that you're not willing to do. And how long do you expect to maintain guardedness amongst or in connection with somebody who's supposed to be open with you? See, if you're moving fearful, you can't complain about the fear in front of you. You can't complain about somebody in front of you moving fearful if you're doing the same thing. And sometimes you can have somebody who is pretty open about some things initially, but your guardedness makes them guarded. Why? Because we're not meeting in the middle. The person in front of you is watching how guarded you move and how scared you're moving. And it makes them feel like, well, damn, should I be scared too? What do you know that I don't know? What am I walking into that makes you this scared to just talk as I'm talking right now? How many of us have a problem? Communication, art of communication, mastery, right? How many of us have a problem examining and acknowledging our own flaws, our own mistakes? How many of us have an issue being honest, and we kind of touched on this in the clubhouse, being honest about something that you think will be a deal breaker to the other person? So for the sake of the relationship or the probability of the relationship, are you keeping certain things back because of their impact, their potential impact? Are you giving them all of the power? What if somebody does say, no, I don't want to move forward? Good. This means the filter is working. If we're on different agendas, we're on different paths, we're not equally yoked, then we out. No hard feelings. Isn't that what's supposed to happen? That's fine. You know how it is. Somebody call your phone. Sometimes it's the wrong number. What do they say? Hey, can I speak to Keisha? Nah, that's the wrong number. Alright. Sorry. That's it. You're misaligned. That's fine. They looking for Keisha. You ain't never been Keisha. Or maybe you have, but whatever. So you ain't Keisha, they looking for Keisha, whatever. Same thing in dating. You might be looking for a relationship. They're looking for sex. Relationship, sex, okay, we're misaligned. Okay. Blessings to take what I say. Say what I say. You ain't no got nothing to say? Blessings to you, huh? Hey, I wish you all the best, just like to sing along. Here you go. All the best in your future endeavors. And, you know, God bless America. And I have a dream. And put your best foot forward. And you know, you are every woman and be all you can be. And, you know, salute back that ass up. 2000, whatever lyrics, however you want to dismiss, there's a dismissal that has to happen, and there's no, there's no hard feelings about it. And you haven't lost a prospect. If you are misaligned with somebody, they want sex only, you want relationship only with sex, but all right, package deal. You all want different shit. That's why there's air traffic controllers, so planes don't crash in the sky. Y'all don't have to do all of this. You could just, okay, go ahead. We don't have to force it together just because they got some cool qualities. Just because they got 50% of your standard list. We can make it work. Maybe. Okay, what you say? You want sex only? You want sex for a long time? Can we be seen in public? No? Okay. Can we walk around together at sunset? No. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Damn. So look, sex only, casual. Okay. If I get invited to a wedding and they say +1, no. Okay, no, you. Okay. All right. Cool. Just all right. Just trying to see. All right. Sex only. How? No. The hell? You don't have to force their wants and your wants into some conjoined spot, nor do you have to settle on the traditional let's be friends, because how are you gonna do that? Now, I don't speak in absolutes. Sometimes it may work for some people, but if I'm coming at you romantically and we already got sex on the table, we're already trying to become something, we checking in something, Fisher, what's up? We in that, we going on dates, and we exchanging, and we trying to be, see what's going on romantically, and that doesn't work. So now we're supposed to, we're supposed to come down to a different space, maybe, and trying to do that. Now, sometimes it may work if you have similar interests and you didn't get too far in the process. That may work out. That may be something that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, there's already been expressed interest. There's already, been, some things already said and already, co-mingled, depending on how long it's gone. And, and there's no obligation either. Nancy, what's up? There's no obligation either to somehow push this into something, make it something else. We don't got to do all that. When did it not be okay to just be like, all right, cool, and there not be any animosity? That's part of communication, being able to communicate in pursuit of information, in pursuit of a certain outcome, explaining oneself, being able to present and express oneself, and then knowing how to disengage effectively so that there's no gray areas. Sophia, what's up? So there's no gray areas. There's no elements that don't make sense. People don't understand what you're trying to say, and you kind of exiting, but then you kind of in this, still there, and you want to bring, when we've both already explained ourselves and put ourselves out there, and it's not really a match. And I mean, it's not a match. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is. But just putting those things on the table when they come up is definitely important. You know what I'm saying? And being willing to do so will help you in the long run, because if you can't engage effectively and vulnerably about unapologetically as well about what you want and what you don't want, you expect somebody else to be able to do that? They're not going to be able to do that. Or you'll be confused in the process. because if you're too guarded and safe to put everything out, they won't know, so then they'll not communicate by default, because people follow energy. People move in certain ways based on what's in front of them, and who knows what they've been through. So they may have been through situations where they don't really want to be honest like that, but then they may have wanted to in this situation, but then they see you moving a little sketchy. So man, consider the communication as an art, as something that we are working to perfect, and that we learn from our past, our relationship timeline. We start to learn that playing around with that is not cool, and you don't always don't look for the other person to lead the way. You learn how to communicate effectively, how to ask questions effectively, how to communicate boundaries effectively, how to communicate desires, agendas, visions effectively. And watch what happens to them. Watch what they say, watch what they do, watch the distance between the time they communicate with you. You can just observe. They don't gotta be engaged with you or co-signing that way of life where they communicate. Because the thing about it is, you only control your mastery of things. You don't control how somebody else does it, or what somebody else is learning on their journey, because it's too random. You don't know where anybody's at in their journey, but you know where the hell you at, and you know what you are willing to move forward with and what you're not willing to tolerate. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, last but not least, don't be afraid to be vulnerable early. And what I mean is, I don't mean sit there and tell your life story or tell confidential secrets about yourself on the first date. That ain't what I'm saying. What I am saying is to take the risk in expressing yourself without fear of what that person is gonna say or do. It's you. I'd rather you know who the hell I am and where I'm at with it in the beginning. Zay, what's up? I'd rather you know who I am early and make a decision off of that than to have you assume who I am or do what's called filling in blanks, where because I'm not being honest and forthcoming and vulnerable in the beginning, I'm giving you certain selective elements of myself, right? So you see the parts and assume the whole. This happens to vision. Like when lights are low, let's just think of human vision, right? When lights are low and our vision is impaired, this happens in the club too. I'm gonna go there in a second. Happened to me before. All right, but we're gonna go there. When lights are low, you may see an object. Because the lights are low and vision is now limited because we're not nocturnal, in order to see enough to move around and not fall from by virtue of just survival, we assume and fill in the other parts of that object from memory, right? From other times we've seen similar objects. So obviously we have a mental inventory of things. So we're grown. And now we have a huge inventory of images and things like that. So, we gotta wake up, go to the bathroom late at night or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You may not see the counter as you normally see it during the day, but you see enough of an image that's different than the open way, so you don't bump yourself and take yourself out of the game. Some of y'all still bump into that. That's on y'all. I ain't in there. Wish I had footage. But the reason I bring up the club, I'll just put it like this, right? In those days, right? I was in the club a lot of times. There was a particular time frame, a particular era in time where I was in the club every weekend. And 2-3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, sometimes Friday, Saturday, whatever. Because my thing was work hard, play hard, right? This is my deal, you know what I mean? This is, okay, I'm busting my ass during the week. When it's weekend, I'm like, hey, what's up? Where is it at? What's going on? You know what I mean? And I was out in the streets. This ain't even part of this. This is just a side note. Some of you guys know about this. I was out in the streets so much that I met the same girl 2 times. And not bumped into the same girl. I met her twice. I didn't know that I met her before. So, long story short, met her once in the club, got the number, boom, whatever. Guess we, rap, lost contact, met her. I don't, it's blurry. Then, maybe some months down the line, I park my car, it's dark, right? Again, assumptive, you filling in something. So, I see a girl walking the same direction, it's low light. So I assumed positive qualities. The rest of it I was kind of filling in. The street lights weren't really giving me a lot. So I'm like, all right, it's fitting, you calculating, it's fitting the description. So, I start speaking. Hey, what's going on? What's up? When you headed? You know what I mean? What's going on tonight? All right, cool. Well, ain't doing that. And then, so I got the number. And as I'm no lie, I'm typing the number in to save it. I typed the last number, and a name popped up. And I said, I ain't say nothing. I ain't say nothing then. I said, all right, I got it. And I tried to low key kind of twist my wrist back so she wouldn't see that. When I noticed, I said, oh, and then I kind of pulled it back. But I say that to say, I already had her number. And this ain't even a club. This is totally different. This ain't like, okay, you go to this club every Friday, you go to the same club, you meet the same people there. That ain't what I'm talking about. This is a whole different area. This is some back, how, I don't know if y'all familiar with certain, metropolitan area cities. It's always harder to find parking. You find a spot that's lit. You don't know, you get there too late. You got to park in another state. So this was a hike. This was I had to walk like a mile to get to the damn spot. So I got a number. I said, man, I got that. I guess I got, and it really told me too. It was funny for like a second. And then after 10 seconds, it became kind of hard. It was kind of bad. It was like, yo, it was kind of like one of the moments on some like AA shit where it's like, I think I'm overdoing it. I think I'm really past the line. You know what I'm saying? It was like I need some help. I might need some help. What's the first thing? Admitting it. That's the first thing. Is just admitting. And sometimes synchronicity will happen to hip you to realities about yourself. Sometimes you just can't get over yourself or whatever. Sometimes you gotta hit a crossroads where you meet the same girl 2 times, 2 totally separate spots, and not knowing it. I didn't recognize her even enough to even know that because I was out every weekend. You know what I'm saying? I'm outside. What's up? How you doing? Oh, it's you again. I should have probably turned around and got back in the car and just went home, bro. But I didn't. Kept it moving. You know what I'm saying? But so okay, back to neuroscience. So there's been quite a few occasions where the club lighting put me in a okay. Now let me just not say the club lighting. Let's combine it too. Ciroc and club lighting. This is addition problems. So like darkness, vodka, and or Long Island's, which is a conglomerate of liquor. It's the Olympics of liquors. Like to get along, and that was like my favorite too. From that first story I told you about my first time. So, you know, you hit the Long Island's, right? Just a world conference. It's like the UN of mixed drinks. And then low lighting. Look, it's this club shit. You know what I mean? Hold on. Feel me? We be in the club. It ain't even this lit in there, and I'm supposed to navigate this and connect with a woman who it matches what I'm looking at, right? So this is not. It's not like a catfish. It's not a catfish thing because, you know, these women weren't misrepresenting themselves. They weren't misrepresenting themselves. Gather around. We talking, you know what I mean? We talking cones and rides. What y'all know about that? Anyway, it's not their fault. It's not a situation where they were misrepresenting, you know. They came in with a prosthetic mask from one of them Hollywood, you know, and then got me. And then I was like, I woke up and was like, damn, what'd I just do? No. This is, I chose my liquor and I chose my environment. And one thing that I probably should have stopped doing was pre-gaming and then going to an open bar situation. Ain't nothing worse. And these are the most blackout points in my career. I gotta be honest. These are the most blackout points in my career. I've ended up just a lot of places just because I got witnesses too, and I ain't gonna call none of them to the stand. I'm telling this how I'm telling this. So you got you pregame, and then you get to the spot between a certain time frame and do the open bar. It's over. It's it. Especially if you're mixing stuff up too. It's a wrap. So these nights, my choosing was off because again, I realized not then, or maybe a little bit then, I started to realize that you assume it's based on, you know, just kind of based on what your view is, what you're looking for. You're focused on a certain type. I was focused on a certain type of woman that's attracted to me. Focused on it, I can visualize it. It's more so dominant. It's what I'm looking for. Now, in the absence of all of the parts and pieces, in the dark, I likely assumed the rest. And I found myself in that assumptive point, you know, it just ended up not what I expect. As that, I'll put it like that. And, you know, I sometimes I was saved, and I'm gonna full circle this out. But sometimes I was saved, right? You know, stay at the club, dance with a particular woman, boom. You know, it's looking like a go. But club closed, lights come on, boom. Hey, that was you the whole time? Who just switched places with the, because Am I that drunk? I was standing, it was me. The dress looked the same. The height looks the same. Hey. Did you come in here with somebody? Your homegirl got the same dress too? Or y'all, she went to the bathroom? What's up? What is it? So we still going out? Yeah. You going out that way, and I'm going out this way. You gonna do this. We going. Hey. So I say that to say, don't assume. And when your choosing capacity is impaired, don't be out here making choices. Don't be choosing. When you're dating, your choosing capacity is impaired. Do not trust your choices. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? My life is up for your consumption, but there's always a moral to the story. Y'all can laugh at my expense. Y'all can Kevin Hart and laugh at my pain right now. But you're gonna learn in the process. They done got me. Sometimes. But, you know, God is good. And Ciroc is bad. So stay above, you know, stay in that upper level. Stay up. And make sure your phone's charged in case you need to fake like you accidentally hit the flashlight on your phone so you can get a glimpse of what or who is around you, dancing with you, breathing your air, talking in your ear. What the hell just happened to me, man? What happened? Oh, man. So then I tried to up my vision after that. A couple times, and I was like, all right, so how do I do this? Try to buy one of those doctor charts, one of them eye charts from the doctor. Just get like a little bootleg version on some poster board, and then just try to read it in the dark. It's okay, they ain't gonna get me twice. Drink, take a shot, practice at home. Just, okay, all right. E, F, T, Z. You dig? Like, whatever, you know, I wanted to be the best. I thought I could overcome it. I was like, look, I'm not going to give up the club. I'm not going to give up the play part of my life, you know? So let me just try to get better at it. And that's what I ended up running, meeting same people. I was like, this, okay, all right. I don't even remember half the night. So what are we doing? I'm waking up. I'm eating Subway. Like, what am I? Why am I eating Subway? I'm eating Subway. You know what I mean? Trying to resurrect. I used to drink, and my homegirl Melissa she could attest to this, yo. I used to drink. What was that? Vitamin water. There was like this vitamin water that I think it was called Revive or something like that. And this one particular time, it was her birthday. It was her birthday and all that. And so he was like, all right, everybody got up and all that, you know what I'm saying? We went to this party and all that, and we was dead. You know how you like hit the wrong combinations and the next day you sleeping like most of the day. So we had walked and then got revived. We was like, yo, let's try this. It's like some vitamin water. I'm looking at, me, vitamins. I'm looking at it like, all right, you got a lot of good stuff in there. Let's try that. Yo, it was like a 180. It like lifted the demons up, and it's just, I had energy and all that. And I was like, hey, this is kind of dope. So I would recommend it, but y'all drink wine anyway. Y'all should be all right. Y'all don't need all that. But just wanted to let you guys know some of the occupational hazards of living each weekend on the streets, and how the capacity to choose can be impaired based on the environment you choose and the elixirs that you mix unintelligently and living a bad life, just doing way too much. So what imbalance can do for you or against you. So hopefully that helped y'all. Tay, whatever's going on with that joker, I wouldn't be around anybody who had foul breath to ask. I can't, because here's the thing: if you got bad breath, right? Ray Jean, what's up? If you got bad breath, right? Let me explain something. Because I encountered bad breath too at some of these parties, right? And it's an instant Marcus repellent. If there's any, especially this, because I danced with somebody before. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gonna have me talking about this all night. I danced with somebody before, and as you know, okay, female, we dancing. I'm behind her. You know what I mean? And everything's moving. Everything's everything's going. We in sync and all that. You know what I'm saying? And then, there was some leakage. Now, when I say that, I mean that I smell. Now, mind you, let's do this. I'm here, she here. If she's facing this way, but the breath is traveling, right, backwards. So from here's the leak area right here. So it's coming back this way without her turning around and saying anything. Now, it's not your, women. So it's not your neck. It's not your head hair. I know what's happening. I know what's happening, right? Something's dead. You've spoken death tonight, and so I got to the baby in the high chair. You trying to give him the carrots and yeah. So I was baby in a high chair, totally. But mind you, I'm on the wall. It's good for support. Not good when you gotta break away, when you gotta make an exit. Back against the wall, what you gonna do? It's just the traditional, you feel me? Y'all know, when you're back against the wall, it's not really a rock and a hard place, not really a lot of options. So now I can't even leave, I'm pinned up. I gotta make an excuse, like, let me, I'm about to go get a drink. Let me get out of here. Wait right there, don't go nowhere, don't come with me. Nah, I got you. You stay right there. Matter of fact, you face the window, cause, you know what I mean? And there's nothing you can do about that. There is no Listerine. There is no, peppermint grenades. They don't have the technology. So it ain't no mint. It just would have just surrounded the mint and just broke its neck. Tossed it, it would have jumped the mint. It's the kind of breath that would have jumped any traditional mint. You know that kind of breath where you throw a mint in there, it's like, all right, throw an ice cube in the volcano. What we do that for? Ain't no help. So that's a deal breaker. If we ever circle back at some point to talk about deal breakers, that's a deal breaker. It's a jawbreaker too, because eventually it's gonna eat away. Never mind. All right, so y'all be blessed. Don't say nothing. Don't keep me on this tangent, yo. But y'all be blessed. And again, at some point we'll talk the club life. I got a timeline, right? I got stories for days, So we'll come back. We'll be back. We'll be back, but not right now, because y'all gonna have me with just nightmares and flashbacks now. You know, it's too much. But be blessed and get your lives right. If y'all at the club a little bit too much, you know, I don't even know if clubs are open, but bars or whatever, or if you know, you taking shots by yourself. I don't know. Be careful. That's all I'm saying. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow.